Hey guys, so before I start this video, I'm actually gonna apologize for my voice right now because I am sick. As I had said in my previous video that I was kind of getting sick. Well, now it's here, the disease. Pestilence inside my body. So I'm losing my voice, and that's why it's gonna sound very scratchy and deep and bleh. So in this video, like I had promised in the other one, I'm going to be telling my coming out story. A lot of people have sad little stories about how it was a very heart-to-heart moment with their parents, being able to come out, being able to tell them who they really are. Well, that did not happen with me. My parents found out basically my entire life through being snoops and going through all of my stuff. And I know I shouldn't be like all mad about it because, one second, message from the bay. Talking to them is something that I probably should have done in the first place and really gotten it just off my chest and been honest and upfront. But instead, obviously I was young. At least for my personal experience, I don't know about any other gay people out there, but for me it was like a transition, like there were steps to take with it. And the first step was like the bisexual phase, where I knew I liked guys, but I wasn't really too sure if I didn't like girls, obviously just by society and their ways, I still felt like I had an emotion towards girls. So when I had gotten into 6th grade, I knew for the longest time I had a crush on one of the neighbor kids. Oh my god, he was so cute. And I always wanted him to like be kind of like bisexual too, just so we could have a little fling, but it never happened. And nothing ever happened. And what happened first was my dad had first read my messages between me and my best. This is like when email was really cool. Like everyone used email. So it was like, I remember the first iPhone, like it had still like the silver back on it, like it wasn't even like the plastic one. He had one of those, and I had signed into the email on it, and I was emailing one of my friends, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to sign out. So I was just like, my dad's not gonna notice. He noticed. He read the messages. He knew I had the crush on the kid. So I was like, damn it. Because he knew the kid. Like, we were obviously friends. Later on, I eventually told my mom about that, I think, that I was the bisexual and everything. Then when I was in 7th grade, things kind of got a little more, with it. I, like, started talking like strangers at this time. Like, I'd use my dad's, like I said, the old iPhone. He had gotten the new one, and he just, like, kept the old one around the house, because I think his boss bought it for him or something. I don't really know. And I remember I took that, and I brought it to school, and I was like, yeah, I'm so cool with this new phone, blah, 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 blah. And I just used it just to, like, talk to people through apps and everything, which is, no, you definitely should not do that. I mean, sometimes it can be really cute, but not how I was doing it. Just to remind you, I was 12. I was in 7th grade. Ugh. I always acted so much mature than, like, all the other kids. So, it was only natural that that was gonna happen, right? Fast forward to, like, the end of 7th grade. That's when I started, like, one of my best friends, she was a lesbian, and she had, like, the same phases as me, like, where she was bisexual, and then she finally came out as being a lesbian. And I thought that was so great on her part, but I kept telling myself, I was like, no, you have to like girls. That's like, you have to do this. So at the end of 7th grade, I remember I had this crush on this one girl, and this was like around the time where I was thinking I was gay, but I was like, no, we're not gay, because we like this girl, right? She ended up like, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said no. So I was like, okay, fuck you, I don't fucking like girls, fuck all of them. It was about like the summer before 8th grade, around like 8th grade is when I really came into touch with myself and realized that yes, I was gay. And that's when, it was another time where I was talking to strangers even more. My best friend, I have so many like best friends, but my best friend at the time, she had known these gay people that like she met, I can't even remember it was like, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, she met these people through that, and like obviously she said that they lived like around this area. One lived in North Carolina, which is right below us, and then one lived in Norfolk, which is one of the cities here. And I was like, okay, let me talk to them. And then my parents ended up realizing that I was like using my email and shit. So they found out about that, they read the emails, and that's how they found out that I was gay. Fuck. So that's pretty much the coming out story with them. Like, it really wasn't anything serious. It was just like, we had a discussion about that. A lot of it was like, you're too young to make your own thoughts. And that's why I really was like, kind of evasive of telling them. It's because I knew that's how they were going to react. They weren't going to be like, we accept you. They were first going to be like, no, you're not. Like, try and talk me out of it almost. And now even today, like I said in my previous video, it's like they accept the fact that I'm gay, they just don't accept. I think it's more of like a tolerance, you know, there's a difference between tolerating and accepting. Tolerating is like dealing with it, and accepting it is like, okay, I understand, and like it being okay with it. So dealing with it and being okay with it, obviously it's like, you can deal with an annoying kid, you can be okay with that kid if they shut the fuck up. My parents, like, they say they're accepting, but I think they're more tolerating than anything. So on to like in school wise though, obviously when I was like in the 8th grade, I think I didn't like really want to kind of come out to everyone, even when I was bisexual, because I was bullied a lot when I was in middle school. And honestly, middle school was like, that was a mistake. Like, I hated it so much. I was bullied so much. I remember I'd go to the principal and be like, yeah, this person called me a fag. And like, I would make it so dramatic, and like, it wasn't even that serious looking back on it now. Like, I mean, bullying, any type of bullying, honestly, like, a serious note, any type of bullying is definitely wrong, and I don't stand by it at all, 100%. I don't deal with comments or anything like that towards someone else about their sexuality, whether they are comfortable with it, whether they are not. So, I mean, obviously I was justified by going to the principal and everything, but I knew they weren't going to do anything, so that was kind of like, duh. Yeah, when I was in, like, middle school, I didn't really want to tell anyone. In 8th grade, I was a little bit more comfortable with, like, having people know, and it was just kind of like, it was who I was. But at the end of 8th grade, that's when things kind of, like, took a turn for the worst, because I knew I was coming into high school, and I was like, hey, I was kind of like one of those gay people that are, like, you know, obnoxious about it, and, like, make it their entire life. Where it's like, hi, I'm Matthew and I'm gay. But it's not supposed to be about that. Gay is just like, it's who you are, yeah, but like, you don't see like, hey, what's up, my name's Brad and I'm straight. Like, no, it's just like, no one gives a shit about what you are. So that was kind of stupid on my part, and I remember I acted like I was the boss of everything, and like, I'm a little freshman coming into high school, like, who the fuck are you? Shut the fuck up. But definitely coming into high school, I learned real quick where my place was. And I learned how to accept myself and accept others around me. And I guess that kind of made me into the person I am now.